Very good morning. I am Dr. K. Madan, Associate Professor, Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology, Coimbatore. I am belongs to EEE department. So today I am going to discuss about microprocessor. Microprocessor is a brain of a computer that has been implemented on one semiconductor chip. So entire component is designed in single chip. The microprocessor having a three component, one for arithmetic logic unit, the another for control unit, the third one for register unit. The three components are designed in single semiconductor chip. The word comes from the combination micro and processor. The processor means a device that processes whatever the numbers, zeros and ones. To process means to manipulate. It describes all manipulation. Micro means the small. The microprocessor is a programmable device that takes in numbers, perform an arithmetic or logical operation according to the program stored in memory, and that produces other number as a result. Then, a microprocessor is a multi-program clock drive register based on semiconductor device that is used to fetch, process, and execute data within the fraction of a second. Then, application of microprocessor. The first one, calculator, accounting system, games machine, instrumentation, traffic light control, multi-user, multi-function environment, military applications, and communication systems. The history of microprocessor. Then different processors available in market. The first one for socket type microprocessor, the second one for processor type, the third one for pinless processor, the fourth one for slot processor, fifth one for processors. Then development of Intel microprocessor. The first microprocessor was 4004 in 1971. The second one 8008 in 1972. The third one 8085 in 1976. Then 8086 in 1979, then 286 in 1972, in 386 1985, then 486 1989, then Pentium processor in 1993, then Pentium Pro in 1995, then Pentium MMX processor in 1997, Pentium 2 in 1997, in Pentium 2 Celeron processor in 1998, then Pentium 2 Xeon in 1998, in Pentium 3 in 1999, then Pentium 3 Xeon processor in 1999, then Pentium 4 in 2000, then Pentium 4 Xeon 2000. Then the generation of processors. Then first generation, the processor, the 8080, it's 8-bit processor. The speed is 2 megahertz. Then 8086 processor is 16-bit processor. Its speed is 4.5 megahertz to 10 megahertz. Then 8086 processor is a 16-bit processor. Is a 4.5 megahertz to 10 megahertz. Then 8028 processor is a 16-bit processor. Is 10 megahertz to 20 megahertz. Then 80386 processor, 32-bit processor, is 20 megahertz to 40 megahertz. Then 8048 processor, 32-bit processor, is a 40 to 133 megahertz. Then generation of processor in a Pentium, 32-bit processor. Speed is 60 to 233 megahertz. Then Pentium Pro processor is 32-bit processor, 150 megahertz to 200 megahertz. Then Pentium 2 processor, Celeron on Xeon is a 32-bit processor, 233 to 450 megahertz. Then Pentium 3 Celeron Xeon processor is 32-bit processor, 450 megahertz to 1.4 gigahertz. Pentium 4 Celeron Xeon processor is 32-bit processor, is a 1.3 gigahertz to 3.8 gigahertz. Then Intel processor, 64-bit processor, its speed is 800 megahertz to then 3 mega gigahertz. Then first processor, Intel 4004, introduced in 1971. This is the first microprocessor by Intel. It is a 4-bit processor. 4-bit processor means it execute 4 bit at a time to read and write is 4-bit. The clock speed is of 740 kilohertz. Then it has 2300 transistors. It could execute around 60,000 instructions per second. Then Intel 4040 processor introduced in 1971. It was also 4-bit microprocessor. Then 8-bit microprocessor first introduced in 1972. This is the first 8-bit. The clock speed was 500 kilohertz. It could execute 50,000 instructions per second. Then the 8080 microprocessor introduced in 1974. It was 8-bit microprocessor. The clock speed was 2 megahertz. It has 6,000 transistors designed the chip. Then Intel 8085 microprocessor is introduced in 1976. It is 8-bit microprocessor. So 8-bit microprocessor means is execute at a time 8-bit. In this process, the clock speed or the processor having 6 megahertz, but we are going to using 3 megahertz. So the clock speed is 3 megahertz. So data bus is 8-bit and address bus is 16-bit. The data bus is bidirectional. We can read and write the same bus. Okay. Then address we are going to using for the 16-bit bus. Then in 8085 microprocessor having 6500 transistors you are using could execute 7,69,230 instructions per second. It could access 64 kilobit of memory. It has 246 instructions. Then 16-bit microprocessor introduced in 1978. It was 16-bit microprocessor. The clock speed is 4.77 megahertz, then 8 megahertz and 10 megahertz depending on the versions. The data bus is 16-bit, but in address is 20-bit. Then it has 29,000 transistors, could execute 2.5 million instructions per second. It could access 1 megabyte of memory. It has 22,000 instructions. It had a multiply and divide instructions in 8086 microprocessor. Then Intel 8088 microprocessor is introduced in 1979. It was also 16-bit microprocessor. It was created as a cheaper version of Intel 8086. It was a 16-bit processor with an 8-bit external bus. Then Intel 80186 and 80188 processor introduced in 1982. They were 16-bit microprocessor. The clock speed was 6 megahertz. This is an 80188 was cheaper version of 80186 with an 8-bit external data bus. The Intel 80286 processor introduced in 1982. It was a 16-bit microprocessor. The clock speed was 8 megahertz. The data bus is 16-bit and address bus is 24-bit. The address 16 megabit of memory. It had 1,34,000 transistors using in 80286 processor. In 32-bit bit microprocessors are they introduced in 1986. This is for first 32-bit microprocessor. Here using 32-bit data bus and 32-bit address bus. It could address 4 gigabyte of memory. It had 2,75,000 transistors. The clock speed varied from 16 megahertz to 33 megahertz. Then 80486 processor introduced in 1989. This is also for 32-bit microprocessor. Here used 1.2 million transistors for designing the single semiconductor chip. The clock speed varied from the 16 megahertz to 100 megahertz depending on the versions. This is 8 kilobyte of cache memory is introduced in 80486 microprocessor. Then Intel Pentium processor introduced in 1993. This is also for 32-bit microprocessor. They originally was named 80586 processor. The clock speed is 66 megahertz and data bus is 32-bit and address bus is 32-bit. Then Intel Pentium Pro processor introduced in 1995. it was also 32-bit microprocessor. It has 21 million transistor. Uh, you are having two cache memories, one 8 kilobyte for instruction, the another for 8 kilobyte for data. Then Intel Pentium 2 introduced in 1997. It was also 32-bit microprocessor. The clock speed was 233 megahertz to 500 megahertz. Could execute 333 million instructions per second. The Intel Pentium 2 Xeon microprocessor introduced in 1998. It is also for 32-bit microprocessor. It was designed for servers. Then clock speed was 400 megahertz to 450 megahertz. Then Intel Pentium 3 introduced in 1999. It also 32-bit microprocessor. The clock speed is varied from 500 megahertz to 1.4 gigahertz. It had 9.5 millions of transistors designed in the single chip. Then Pentium 4 introduced in 2000. This is also for 32-bit microprocessor. The clock speed from 1.3 gigahertz to 3.8 gigahertz. It had 42 million transistors designed in the single chip. So in dual core processor introduced in 2006, it is also for 32-bit or 64-bit microprocessor. Then dual CPU core chips are having L1 caches, then L2 caches, then here interface to the bus. Then 64-bit microprocessor, that is Intel Core 2, the Intel Core i3, then Intel Core i5 or Intel Core i7. Then basic terms of about microprocessor. The first one for bit. Bit is the digit, is binary number 0 or 1. The nibble is the 4-bit. Byte means 8-bit. The word means 16-bit. The double word 32-bit. Data is binary number, code operated by the instruction. Data means the address means for identification of memory locations. The clock, we are going to use it for square wave. We use it to synchronize the various devices in microprocessor. Then memory capacity 2 power n. N is the number of address lines. Then concept of bus. The bus is group of wires to carry the data from one device to another device. Then also the bus is a group of conducting lines that carries the data, address and control signals. Classification of bus. The first one data bus, the second one address bus, control bus, and CPU bus, system bus, data bus. Okay. So this is the bidirectional. Data carries both direction. The address bus is unidirectional. Data carries in only one direction. Then control bus, the group of conducting lines that carries control signals, read, write, etc. Then CPU bus, central processing bus, the group of conducting lines that are directly connected to the microprocessor. Then system bus, the group of conducting lines that carries data, address and control signals in microprocessor system. Then tri-state logic. So there are three logic levels. The first one for high state, then low state, then high impedance state. So the high impedance state output not being driving the any defined logic level by an output circuit. For example, the input lines, the A and B, the output is in C. Okay, for input A, we are going to giving the 0 or 1. The B, we are going to giving the 1. But C, first 0, we are going to give the 0, 1. The output we are going to getting the 0. Then 1, the output we are going to getting the 1. So the transit buffer is act as a switch for the B is in on. That is the closed, the switch is closed. Switch is closed. Then B is off. Then switch is open condition. Okay. So in case the input line is don't get condition, but in B is 0. So this is for the high impedance state. This is the tri-state law. There another one for the basic microprocessor block diagram. So the center point is the central processing unit having three component. The one for arithmetic logic unit, the second for control unit, the third one for primary storage unit, that is registers. The register during operation, all the data are stored in the temporarily. Then arithmetic logic unit to perform arithmetic and logical operations. For example, addition, subtraction, then logical operation and or not. Then the central process unit is connected to the input device, okay, to get data from the input. Then after process, again the data sent to the output device. So this is the overall the block diagram of micro process. This is the introduction about microprocessor. Microprocessor. Thank you very much.